Right. How are you? All right. Now, as I've spoken a bit about my depression and stuff, and people do things, to occupy their time and, get adventurous. Well, this is what I did. See, that's the Desmosedici RR. The first ever V4 Ducati. Yeah, in the lounge room. A few months back, I was, cleaning it. And, anyway, I was cleaning it, and some tradies were working on the house next door, and they saw it, and they go, "Oh, nice, what's it sound like?" I said, "Yeah, no worries, I was happy to start it up, So they went to know any better, but I knew. I started it up, and it was warming up, sitting there. Yeah. When it got to temperature, I give it a couple of revs. And on the third rev, it went boom, just like that. Just boom, right? And it was still running. They didn't pick it up, but I did, and it wasn't running right though. Wasn't like that. It was just like, but there wasn't enough there. Anyway, they left everything, and mind you, my arsehole shot up because I knew the sound, and I thought I had blown the engine, right? So I did not work on the bike for about a week. I came inside and I left it exactly how it was, right, in the garage, exactly how it was, right? The missus says to me, "What's going on with the Desmo?" "Oh, nothing." She said, "Okay." She said, "Why wasn't it back together?" I said, "No." I was shitting myself, right? I didn't want to go out there, right? I just didn't want to believe it. I just thought, no, it's all right. It didn't happen. I won't go out there. If I don't see it, it didn't happen. Couldn't happen. No, it didn't happen. But I knew I had to go out there. And she said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Oh, look, something happened," and made a noise. And she said, "Yeah." And I went, "The front two cylinders aren't firing." She's gone, "Well, what's that mean?" I said, "Oh, well, I'm not too sure." But because I had all the fairings off, as you can see, I saw oil running out of the front headers here, running down like that, right, running down. Now, it was black. I'm thinking, if that's oil, the engine's toast. It's gone. And anyone else, you'd smell it, you'd be investigating straight away. This is a Desmosedici. This is one bike that, you try not to say the name Desmosedici when you're buying parts, but you'll gladly say the name when you're riding it around and it's running great, right? Because the parts are unbelievable. The 12,000k service on this thing, when you buy it, when I bought it brand new, there's a little clause there, and it says, if you do 12,000 kilometres within 3 years, or before 3 years, the first service is for free, which is the 12,000 kilometre service. And most people think a service is just a change of oil or whatever else. I actually looked into it. It's quite a major service, to the point where when I took it in for the 12,000k service, because I made it under the 3 years, I went back the next day just to see my bike, what have they done? It wasn't a bike anymore. The bike went to bench, right? If I had to have paid for that, it would have been close to $35,000. That's just for service. In my head, when the motor did that, I'm thinking, this is going to be $50,000 to $60,000 damage, right? So anyway, I finally picked up the courage. Didn't call Ducati. Nothing. I don't do that. As you all know, I'm a bit of a tinkerer, right? I like to investigate things, right? So I smelt it, and it was fuel. Then I started the bike again. The back cylinders, as you see, I've got the GP exhaust system. Yeah, right. So this is what was happening. That was blowing out hot air. That was blowing out cold air. They went firing. What the black fluid was fuel had rushed in there, and with the last spark, it must have backfired, blown it up, and so relief. And also in my own head, there was no crunching or anything like that when it happened anyway. So I had to play around with the electrics, and these two here, I swapped them over, and I ended up having the back ones not fire anymore. They were just pumping out cold air, and the front ones started firing again. What a relief. What a relief. So then I bought new relays, 4 new spark plugs, air cleaner, all of that. And I just took it a bit further, and yeah, that's how I sort of handle my depression. Just go and pull a $100,000+ bike apart that you can't get any information on Google at all about because it's so secretive. Nothing. I mean nothing. They are that secretive about it. I was lucky. Ducati sold me the spark plugs I needed and the parts for at cost price, because the spark plugs are $120 each. Right? Not that that's a problem. You need them. You need them. I didn't buy the bike for but yeah. So then I did a bit more investigation, because I'd since changed the battery from an acid-based battery to lithium. And I've heard that some vehicles don't really take to the lithium, but I don't know what it is. I think it's the current or the amperage. I'm not too sure. They don't like it. I checked up, and no, it's fine. It wasn't the battery that caused it, anything. And anyway, so I went and got the new parts, and anyway, as I was going through them, right, these are the old relays here. Got all the parts here. Right. These are that's the Harley. Yeah. These are the old ones. Right, here, that's the old ones. There's 2 of them. Right. Now, see there, you'll count, there's 5 pins. Okay? 5 pins. They're the brand new ones. 5 pins. Yeah? Each of them have 5 pins. Right? So you can imagine my shock when I took out the new ones and had a look at them. Right, and I'll show you. See that? See that? Yeah. How's that? Better? Yeah. How many's there? 4. I've just gone. I've got the wrong ones. I'll come home anyway, and I'll have a look at the bike. Yeah, I paid for this bike. A lot of money. $97,000 brand new. Ducati's first ever V4. It's got the best of everything. The jewel is that engine. That's the jewel. Right, front shocks, yeah. Anyway, I'm looking at the pins here. And as you'll see, there's 5. Yeah? Okay. But if you look underneath, there's only 4 wires. So I'll turn around to my mates, and my mate and the missus. I go, how's this? I said, Ducati built this beautiful, stunning bike, and they've just put a 5-pin relay in, and they've made the part for a 5-pin relay, but there's only 4 wires. and they've obviously upgraded their relays because I have the new ones, because they were the brand new ones. They were the ones that came in the bike. And now, that's right now. So four. Yeah, but there's 5 holes there. What are you thinking? Why would you do that? Wouldn't you just get it right? And just... Yeah, anyway, I found it comical. I did anyway. I thought, you think that they wouldn't reach to the shelf of another Ducati. Yeah, just put that on there. But I suppose the Italians and their wiring, we all know about that. And that's why it's like this. So anyway, I go moving on it, and I go over the whole bike, and I really do a good job when I do a bike. I pull it right apart, everything. So I redid all of the in here, cleaned all of that up, everything. Most people would be shitting themselves. Most mechanics don't want to even work on these things. You've got to be properly trained to work on these. And there's nothing on the internet. You can't get anything. Nothing about it. That engine's still secretive. There's more out there about the Superleggero, right, than there is this. I'm not joking. But that's what I've done. Yeah. See, I just go and get it. Yeah. Parts everywhere. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I do. Fixed up in here. I come across things, I fix them up and everything, run things better. Rerun all the wiring. In there you'll see, watch on. See? Rerun all that nicely. Alright, look at that, nice. But how's this? With the 12,000k service I've done, get it done, you don't touch it to Desmo. It's done, right? Doing this. Each plug has its own firing ignition pack, yeah, numbered specifically. Right, and it goes 1 and 2, yeah? Well, that wasn't the case. And I always thought my bike wasn't running right. It had a real gnarly sound to it. Sounded good, ran alright. But just on the idle. Yeah, it was just funny, Yeah, well, it was funny for a reason. Because the ignition packs were on the wrong plug. So the firing order was out for the extra 12,000 k's I put on it before I found out this happened. So, don't be afraid to have a look at your bike or your car. Just go slow. Remember what you took off, how it run, everything. Take it easy. Because you know what? If you take your time, you'll look at things and go, this shouldn't be run like that, it can be run like this. And that's what I found on this. A lot of things were run the wrong way. Wires were crimped, things were too close to exhausts. So just get to know your stuff. Don't be afraid, because it's even more exhilarating when you fix it yourself, and then you get more power and it feels better, and take it back there. That's good. Oh yeah, that's me Desmo. That'll be back running today. Yeah. I'll film the first startup. Alright, see ya.